Coming up today, moment last night's World Series that you may not have seen, plus relationship advice for couples and families who find themselves pulling more than their fair share of the workload. Dr. Richard Marks is here with that.
Plus, a shark attack caught on camera of sorts. Wait until you see what happens when this guy taps on the glass when he was told not to do that. It's on First Coast Living. It starts right now. Hello everyone, and welcome to First Coast Living. I'm Casey DeSantis.
Happy Monday, folks. I'm Curtis Dvorak.
Boy, what a game last night. Did you stay up for it?
Yaz and I stayed up right until the 7th inning, and it was 7-7, then it was 8-7, and I was like, I just can't. I got to go to bed. And we went to bed, and my goodness, we missed the rest of the game because home run derby broke out again. This World Series has been nuts. It's crazy. Home run ball, nobody's talking about the home run this year, breaking all the records, but they've broken almost every record in Major League Baseball, every home run record. And last night, they just went back and forth like a heavyweight prize fight.
And now the series is what? Astros are leading 3-2. After going back, did it go into extra innings last night, right?
Extra innings last night, extra innings game 2. Dodgers, 9th inning game 4. There you go, look at this. Dodgers, 9th inning game 4, come back and score 5 runs to save elimination, which would have been tonight.
That's when I fell asleep.
Yeah.
right after that. It was so exciting. It was tied up, and I thought, what better way to celebrate than to go to bed?
Yeah, it was nuts. And if you can't get into baseball watching this World Series, you're never going to be a baseball fan because this has been amazing.
I just wish the Sunday night game, they would have started at 6 p.m., right? I understand, like, the Dodgers, West Coast, so you're trying to get everybody in to watch and, trying to get the whole United States to be able to watch. But if it starts at 8, Sunday night, East Coast time, man, that went on till what?
5 hours. They said 5 hours, 20 minutes since the first pitch was this last walk-off that won the game. Well, that was 7th inning. That was right when Altuve hits a blast.
You know what that is almost as good as?
Almost as good as what?
Almost as good as the Ohio State Buckeyes in Penn State, which I forgot to put video in the rundown today. Did you watch that game, by the way?
1 point. That was nuts.
That was crazy. But anyway, we're getting off on a tangent. I just wanted to make sure that you watched that, the Ohio State Buckeyes.
A couple people cared about that in this market. But there was all these home runs.
Yes.
This is pretty cool.
There was a home run that people were talking about afterwards, and it's not necessarily the players who were on the field that were making all the attention or getting all the stuff that was going viral. It was a lady in the stands. Okay, so watch what happens, and then we're going to describe because people were going nuts online.
Yeah, look,
Can you see what happens? See what happens? So the guy takes it and throws it back onto the field. And so people were saying, what a jerk, right? Like, why did he take that from that nice lady who caught a home run? Turns out later,
give me
that is Sarah Head, by the way. That's her brother-in-law, 2 seats down.
Please show it again.
She regretted the fact that she wasn't the one that threw it back on the field because obviously she's an Astros fan.
Pause.
And that was hit out by a Dodger.
I wish you could pause because if you look at the guy who reaches her husband, obviously, and says, don't throw it back, he tries to reach for it, watch him raise his backhand like he's about to backhand his buddy. Watch him raise the backhand like he's about to. You idiot. He almost backhanded that guy. That was awesome.
So they had a big conversation after this because I guess there was a little bit of turmoil within the family. That's the brother-in-law. Yeah. That's her.
It ball's worth money. It's a World Series home run.
No, but the thing was she said she wanted the opportunity to throw it back herself because it was a Dodger who hit it out, and those are all Astro fans, and so they wanted to say, the heck with you, we're going to throw it back. But the question people were saying, yeah, keep it, right? Because you can put it up for sale on eBay and see how much you got. Standard
baseball etiquette is if you're the home team and a visiting team hits a home run, you throw it back. Wrigley started that years ago. Those are regular season games. Home run, World Series ball.
It led to such a tiff between the two of them.
There's the backhand.
You can actually, they freeze framed it in the picture.
He almost backhanded a guy. That would have been great.
That the brother-in-law was going to give her a Nolan Ryan signed ball and bat because it got so contentious between the two of them. But I guess they have since made up.
He's like, yes, no, you idiot.
He was pretty fired up. Now, I wonder, at that point during the game, and I don't know this because I fell asleep, were the Dodgers up? Did this lead to them leading during the game? So he was really fired up, right? Because he's mad because they're losing at this point. That's why he has such, anger on his face.
Yeah, the guy who threw it back, you're an idiot. Because first of all, the girl caught it. She gets to throw it back. Second of all, milk the moment for a sec. Get the whole crowd chanting, and then throw it back. You get a bigger applause that way.
He knows.
Jeez. Work the crowd a little bit.
He's done it 19 years. He knows how to get a crowd going.
Okay,
you've got to see this video. We talked about it at the top of the show. As far as pranks go, this is a really, really good one.
I mean, I've pulled some good pranks, but this one's good.
This one is up there with your caliber, okay? So a man recently, just caught that, recently visited Washington, D.C.'s International Spy Museum.
Yes.
He was approached by what he thought was an aquarium, and there was a sign that read on top of that aquarium, "Touch at your own risk." So he goes, "Go, touch it." And here's what happens.
What would you do?
About 50 globes, each releasing its nerve gas, each capable of killing 100 million people. The kind of cell gets major industry which
I want to go to the museum just to see that.
Oh my gosh, that's so
and they
good.
said, don't touch on the glass, don't tap the glass. Now, when I first saw that video this morning, I thought that this was shot at an aquarium, and I had no idea, and I thought that really was a shark. I didn't realize that the whole thing was a prank.
Oh, that's so good. That's so good.
That's
right back.
Funny. That's good
stuff.
Video.
Well, we got our Halloween decorations out, you know, because
we do, because tomorrow is Halloween.
That's
People
right.
have been putting their Halloween decorations out in droves, and as true of one man in Missouri who is capturing the Halloween spirit in a bizarre, but it's also an extremely impressive way of doing so. It took J.D. Harper about 60 hours to create that massive spider web in front of his house. It's made up of 226,000 square feet of yarn.
That's pretty cool. Harper,
he does this every year.
He does this every year? That's a lot of yarn. Last year, nearly 350 people came to his door. This year's web holds some extra significance for Harper, a stranger whose grandmother had recently passed away. This is cool. Donated all her old yarn for Harper's web. That's pretty neat.
My question is, does he want the kids to come in the house or no? He's just like a big man, stay away.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to take a lot of Adderall to tie all those strings. That's ridiculous. That's a lot of work. Props to him. Props to him. All right. Supersized sign that fall is here in Baltimore. Well, the annual giant pumpkin seed contest was held at Valley View Farms in Cockeysville on Saturday. William C. Gord, get it, weighed in at a plump 1,536 pounds and contained 542 seeds. And this year, the first place winner guessed the number of seeds right on the money. Wild Bill has been on display since September 27th when it arrived at the Garden Center. After the guesses are in, organizers say the seeds are clean and dried and returned to the farmers so they can grow an award-winning orange orb next year. That's right, definitely a lot of people want those seeds. If it grew that, that's crazy.
Yeah, that takes a while to sit there and just meticulously pull them out. And then you got to toast them, and you got to put a lot of butter and salt on them. That's the only way that pumpkin seeds taste good, in my opinion.
Pumpkin,
okay.
It's pumpkin.
Pumpkin, P-U-N-K-I-N. I don't know why, I've always said that. It's pumpkin, they're just pumpkin.